JFD, just fair and direct.
Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today's the 22nd of October, 2020. So yep, welcome everyone. Welcome to this Thursday's afternoon session where we're going to have a very quick look at the markets. Some of the charts that I looked at this morning, some new ones, just to see how everything's kind of getting along. Yep, but before we do that, as always, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So, the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation. It should not be considered as such and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, I'll give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can continue. Okay, so now then, also just before we jump into the charts, quick mentioning of our JFD YouTube channel, to which you can always subscribe to in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos, and of course our JFD Bank website and specifically our JFD research page, which we also update on a daily basis. So yep, please visit us here on jfdbank.com and click on the research tab right there on the top. So, jumping into the charts now, a quick update on what's happening here with the German index. Yes, as I've mentioned this morning, it opened nicely below this lower side of the rising channel. It then drifted further south, dropped below the 200-day EMA and tested this area near the 12,341 zone. I talked about this one recently basically, and what I was saying that if all this area here, this level or this 200-day EMA provides maybe good or should I say it could provide good support. It did so. We saw the index traveling higher again, but still remaining below the lower side of the rising channel. Now, in order to consider the upside now, well, I would prefer to see a push at least somewhere, push back at least somewhere above the 12,728 territory here, or even better, the 12,842 zone. So because of this, after a break of this level, the price would be placed back above the 21-day EMA. So, and some might see this as a good opportunity to step in. However, of course, that's in terms of the upside, but given that the price continues to balance below or trade below this lower bound of the rising channel, this of course creates a bit of concern about the near future of this index going to the upside. So that's why it kind of increases the chances of a potential move lower. However, given the situation and keeping it and seeing what we're seeing here, guys, we would like to see a drop below this area right here, this key support zone, which, as you can see, acted as a very nice area of support today. So a nice good drop below this 12,341 territory would confirm a forthcoming lower low, and yep, possibly open the door towards these further lower levels. So again, keep your eyes on this one. We are at a very interesting spot right now, so let's see if the index can actually drift lower. If it won't drift lower, and if it gets back inside this rising channel here again, like I said, and if it, let's say, travels back above this 12,842 territory, we could in a way skip the downside scenario, but like I said, I'll reevaluate this if we do reach that area. But until then, for now, guys, it's looking a little bit more bearish than bullish. So let's see how today's U.S. equity markets are going to perform today. Looking at the S&P 500 here, You can see that the index continues to trade above this 3,425 territory. I spoke about this level previously, and in a way, if we want to look at some lower levels, we need to see a nice good drop below that area. At the moment, looking at the cash index, the price is currently actually sitting where it closed yesterday, near that 3,435 territory. So once again, keep your eyes on this barrier, this hurdle here, and near the 3,425 zone. And yes, if we get a nice drop below that, then this would confirm a forthcoming lower low, and further declines could be possible. Silver is moving to the downside today. However, you can see that this short-term upside support line continues to provide well, a decent hold up here. So at the same time, as I've mentioned to you previously, if you remember when I was covering silver, I spoke about this level, the 25.24 territory, because that's what I need to see. I need to see a break of this area, and also maybe ideally a nice daily candle kind of staying above this area, and then yes, more buyers could be joining in. However, we tested that area yesterday and then reversed back down, and today we're seeing this, like I said, this reversal to the downside. However, the bulls are still keeping the price above that upside support line, and also in addition to that, above that 21-day EMA. So if this gets broken and we see a slide below the 24 territory, somewhere around here, now this is where it could become a little bit more interesting for more sellers. Ethereum, so nice good pop to the upside this morning. I've mentioned this one, and basically what I was saying, that if it moves further away from this 395 territory, then yes, of course, this could kind of open the door towards a possible move towards this 447.50 territory, marked by the high of the 17th of August, and also marked by the is this the highest? Yes, that's the highest point of August, this 447.50 territory. So nice good target. Let's see if we can reach that, but again, all that will depend on the fact that if this index stays above this 395 territory, then yes, higher levels here could be met in the near term. If it somehow drops back below this 395 zone, then up until this 365 territory will remain a bit neutral. But if it drops below that, then yep, we could start maybe looking at slightly lower levels, but still, then don't forget about this upside support line taken from the low, the 13th of March. USD CAD, now here the pair is still getting a hold up near this 1.31 territory. Now again, this idea worked out nicely, where I talked about this one last week, and the beginning of last week, saying that if this 1.3240 territory continues to provide good resistance, then we can see a nice reversal here, a move lower, move back down towards this 1.31 zone. As you can see, that exactly, it happened exactly that. So now we're seeing a nice reversal, and to be honest, let's see now if we actually don't get ourselves a potential range here between these two levels. If we do, then yes, I'm going to remain neutral, because looking at this picture, I would prefer to see now at least a pop above this 1.3240 territory first, before aiming for some slightly higher levels, like for example 1.3340 or even above that. But again, like I said, in order to aim for the upside, I'll prefer to wait for a move above the 1.3240 zone first. On the downside, well, I mean, drop below this hurdle, below this 1.31 territory, may do the trick for more sellers, and yep, more of them could be joining in here. But again, I would like to see the daily candle staying below this area, because well, yesterday's daily candle, as you can see, kind of formed this little false breakout, so that's what I don't want to see it again. So that's why I would prefer to wait for a nice daily candle staying below this area in order to consider the next potential target at 1.2995 zone, marked by the lowest point of September. GBP USD. So everything is working out according to plan. This morning I've mentioned GBP USD, and basically what I was saying, that keep your eyes on this potential idea of a possible correction to the downside, which we got. And look at this perfect test of this 1.3083 level. I've talked about this one, guys, this morning. You can have a look at it. Basically what I was saying, that in a way the pair, given the sharp uprise, the pair could correct a little bit to the downside here, and if it finds good support here, it may resume its move higher. At the moment, the correction is still happening, so we need to see how today's daily candle is going to end, and if it stays here somewhere, then there's a good chance we could see a further move to the upside. If you're more on the cautious side, wait for a pop above the yesterday's high near the 1.3177 zone just to be on the safe side, and a nice good break above it would confirm a forthcoming higher high, and more buyers could be joining in. So again, something for you guys to keep in mind here. Now, jumping into another interesting pair, euro against the Turkish Lira, and I've mentioned this one also in my previous videos, and in here I was saying that first of all, the Turkish Lira is getting crushed, and it's really devaluating against its European counterpart, and not to mention that we already kind of created in the beginning of October, we formed this this all-time high here for this pair. It continues to push higher, it continues to travel. It now overcame that previous all-time high near the 9.37 territory, and is now testing this area around the 9.42 mark. So basically this is unstoppable at the moment to the upside, and if you're trying to short sell this one, well, I mean, I hope you have stop losses in place, guys, because this is just brutal. Here, what I was previously saying, that if you want to consider some downside, wait for at least a good drop in the daily candles, kind of remaining below this 9.37 territory, sorry, 9.2151 territory right here, which is marked by the highest point of September, and a nice good drop below that may also place the rate below the 21-day EMA shown here as the yellow line. This is what I said previously. Wait for that move, and as you can see, it drifted towards that level, towards that area, tested this area, and kind of rebounded from it and pushed higher. So that's why still I'm going to stick to the same idea. I'm going to keep this area for now, this 9.2151 level. Of course, I'm going to update this depending on how far to the upside this pair is going to continue moving, but at the moment, given that it's currently sitting above this 9.37 territory, yes, it increases the chances of a potential further move north, and to be honest, it's quite difficult right now to find a good resistance level, because look at this monthly chart here, and you can see that, well, I mean, with this pace, I mean, it could just go all the way towards the psychological 10 zone, but of course, let's not overdo it, let's not over speculate on this too much, but like I said, at the moment with this pace, it's just unstoppable to the upside. Now, if you look here, for example, only in the beginning of the year, we were still just around 6.5 here, but look at this devaluation here. I mean, at the moment, it's at the same time interesting, but at the same time tricky to trade. So yeah, keep your eyes on that one. For now, like I said, there's no clear signal of a potential reversal here. Finally, Euro USD. So this pair is testing this 1.1831 territory. This morning I've talked about this one and was saying that in a way, if it stays above this area, then yes, there is still a good chance to move higher. Let's see where this daily candle is going to end, because if it's going to end here somewhere today below this hurdle, below this 1.1831, then, well, I mean, I'm going to take a bit of a neutral stand again, because for me the downside could come on a break here of the 1.1696 level. So that's why I'm going to stay careful here. If it stays above this 1.1831, yes, I'll aim for some higher levels, at least towards this 1.1917 territory, or even a little bit higher. But again, at the moment, I cannot really talk about that, and for now, it's just probably the game of kind of watching this one, standing away and watching it, what it's gonna do, because at the moment it's like very tricky, but if we might try squeeze something out of it, if, like I said, if this pair today remains above this 1.1831 zone. So guys, this was a very quick overview, just to see how everything's kind of getting along. If you want to catch my video tomorrow morning, as always, my Traders Espresso, I'll have a look at some of these instruments, some new ones. We'll have a bit of a bigger variety of instruments here. Like I said, this video is just a quick overview. But like I said, if you want to catch my video tomorrow, as always, my Trader's Espresso, 6 o'clock GMT time. For now, guys, I hope you have a wonderful evening. Stay safe, and I'll see you later. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.